Most people think you need $2 million to live off dividends. The actual math shows you can do it with $150,000 if you target $4,500 per month. That's not rich person money. That's attainable for anyone willing to buy the right dividend stocks and reinvest for 8 to 10 years. Here's the breakdown that nobody talks about. 4,500 monthly covers rent, groceries, and basic expenses in most areas. And you can generate that with a 3.6% dividend yield on $150,000. But here's what changes everything. There are three specific income replacement levels that determine your freedom. Level 1 is survival mode at $1,500 per month. Level 2 is comfort zone at $3,000. Level 3 is full independence at $4,500. Most people aim for level 3 without understanding that level 2 already changes your life completely. The secret isn't just the target amount, it's how dividend income accelerates once you cross the second milestone. There's a psychological shift that happens at $3,000 per month that makes the jump to $4,500 almost automatic. But first, you need to understand why everyone gets the math wrong. If you're tired of doing retirement math based on outdated rules that assume you'll work until 65, this channel exists for you. The subscribe button is right below this video. I'm going to show you research from behavioral economists that proves why passive income feels different from earned income even at the same dollar amount. It's about more than money. It's about the relationship between time and control. Let me introduce you to two people. Bob has been working at the same company for 12 years, making $60,000 per year. Sarah started at the same salary 5 years ago. They both live paycheck to paycheck, but something different happened when their car needed a $2,000 repair last month. Bob had to put it on a credit card. Sarah wrote a check. The difference? Sarah generates $1,500 per month in dividend income from $45,000 invested in high-yield dividend stocks. That's a 3.3% yield across her portfolio. But here's what's interesting. Sarah doesn't feel rich. She feels something else entirely. The research from Killingsworth at the University of Pennsylvania shows that passive income triggers different neural pathways than earned income. When your investments pay you, your brain processes it as security, not income. Sarah's $1,500 per month doesn't feel like extra money. It feels like breathing room. Bob, meanwhile, is experiencing what Mullainathan calls cognitive tax. Financial stress reduces IQ by 13 points, equivalent of losing a full night's sleep every day. Bob makes the same salary as Sarah, but his brain is constantly running background calculations. Can I afford this? What if something breaks? How many hours until payday? Sarah's brain doesn't run those calculations anymore, even though she's technically still paycheck dependent. This is level 1. Survival mode. $1,500 per month covers your insurance, utilities, and gives you emergency breathing room. You're still working, but you're not trapped. The psychological shift happens immediately, but the financial freedom is just beginning. Level 2 changes everything. $3,000 per month in dividend income means you can take lower-paying work if it makes you happier. You can say no to overtime. You can negotiate from a position of strength because walking away doesn't mean financial disaster. Which level are you at right now? Zero dividend income, level 1 at $1,500, level 2 at $3,000, or level 3 at $4,500? Hold that answer, because what I'm about to show you will determine how fast you can move up. Sarah reached level 2 after 3 years of reinvesting every dividend payment. Her portfolio grew from $45,000 to $90,000, generating $3,000 per month at the same 3.3% yield. But here's where most people make a critical mistake. They think level 3 is just more of the same. It's not. Bob finally started investing after his credit card hit $15,000. He's putting $500 per month into index funds, following conventional advice. At 7% annual returns, he'll have $90,000 in 12 years. Sarah will have the same amount in 3 years through dividend reinvestment. The difference is compounding frequency. Index funds compound annually. Dividend stocks compound quarterly. Sarah reinvests every 3 months, buying more shares that generate more dividends that buy more shares. It's not magic. It's math that most people ignore because it requires buying individual dividend stocks instead of broad market funds. Level 3 isn't just higher income, It's a different category of freedom. 4,500 per month covers median rent, food, transportation, and healthcare in most American cities. You're not rich, but you're not dependent on employment for survival. But here's the part that nobody talks about. The jump from level 2 to level 3 happens faster than the jump from 0 to level 1. Once you're generating 3,000 per month, you have a choice Bob will never have. You can live on your earned income and reinvest 100% of your dividend income. That 3,000 per month becomes 36,000 per year in fresh capital, buying more dividend-paying shares. At a 3.6% yield, that 36,000 generates an additional $108 per month in new dividends. Every month, your monthly dividend income increases by $108 without you adding a penny of earned income. The math starts working for you instead of against you. Sarah's trajectory looked like this. Year 1, 500 per month invested, 6,000 total, $20 monthly dividends. Year 2, 500 per month plus reinvested dividends, 13,000 total, $43 monthly. Year 3, same pattern, 22,000 total, $73 monthly. But watch what happens in year 4. Year 4, Sarah stops adding earned income. She lives on her salary and reinvests $73 per month in dividends. By year 5, she's generating $120 monthly. Year 6, $210. The curve starts bending upward. Bob, following conventional index fund advice, has steady linear growth. 7% annually, compounded once per year. Sarah's dividend reinvestment compounds quarterly, and the reinvestment amount grows every quarter because the dividend amount grows every quarter. Here's the actual stock selection that generates $4,500 monthly on $150,000 invested. You need an average yield of 3.6%, but not every stock needs to yield 3.6%. 20% in REITs yielding 7 to 8%. Realty income, Stag Industrial, Digital Realty Trust. These cover your high-yield foundation, about $900 monthly from $30,000 invested. 30% in Dividend Aristocrats yielding 2.5 to 3%. Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble. These provide stability and consistent dividend growth, about $1,100 monthly from $45,000 invested. The remaining 50% is where most people get it wrong. 30% in utility stocks yielding 4 to 5%. Next Era Energy, Dominion Energy, American Electric Power. Utilities are recession-proof and rate-regulated, about $1,400 monthly from $45,000 invested. 20% in high-yield dividend ETFs for diversification. SCHD, VYM, DVY. These give you broad exposure without individual stock risk. About $1,100 monthly from $30,000 invested. Total. $4,500 monthly from $150,000 invested at an average yield of 3.6%. Bob's index fund strategy requires $450,000 to generate the same $4,500 monthly income using the 4% rule. Sarah's dividend strategy requires $150,000. Same monthly income, $300,000 less capital required. The difference is yield focus versus growth focus. Bob's betting on stock price appreciation that he'll eventually sell. Sarah's buying companies that pay her to own them, and she never has to sell. Bob's strategy requires market timing for withdrawals. Sarah's strategy pays her regardless of market conditions, but there's something even Bob doesn't realize about his own plan. The 4% rule assumes you'll die broke. It's designed to drain your portfolio over 30 years. Sarah's dividend strategy assumes her principal grows while she lives off the income. At the end of 30 years, Bob has $0. Sarah has $300,000 plus 30 years of income. Here's where the strategy requires discipline that most people lack. Every month, Sarah receives $4,500 in dividends. She can spend it or reinvest it. If she spends it, she maintains $4,500 monthly forever. If she reinvests it, her monthly income grows. Reinvesting $4,500 monthly at 3.6% yield adds $162 to next month's dividend income. Month 2, $4,662. Month 3, 4,824. The income grows exponentially if you resist lifestyle inflation. This is why most people never reach financial independence. They increase spending as income increases. Sarah's secret weapon is automation. Every dividend payment gets automatically reinvested through dividend reinvestment plans. She never sees the money, never makes a decision, never faces temptation. The companies send her more shares instead of cash, and more shares mean more dividends. Qualified dividends are taxed at capital gains rates, not ordinary income rates. For most people, that's 15% federal tax instead of 22 to 24% on earned income. Sarah's 4,500 monthly dividend income costs her 675 in federal taxes, leaving 3,825 after tax monthly. Bob's 60,000 salary costs him 13,200 in federal taxes, leaving 3,900 monthly after tax. Sarah makes more after-tax income than Bob without working, and she keeps the principal that generates it. But the real advantage isn't the tax rate, it's the tax timing. Sarah controls when she pays taxes by controlling when she sells shares. If she never sells, she never pays capital gains taxes on price appreciation. She only pays taxes on dividends received, and only in the year she receives them. Bob pays taxes on every paycheck, whether he needs the money or not. Here's what changes everything about this strategy. It's not about picking perfect stocks or timing the market. It's about buying companies that have paid dividends for decades and automatically reinvesting those dividends to buy more shares. The companies do the work, growing revenue, increasing profits, raising dividends. You do nothing except own the shares. Dividend aristocrats have raised their dividends for 25 consecutive years minimum. Dividend kings have raised dividends for 50 consecutive years minimum. These companies survived the dot-com crash, the 2008 financial crisis, and the 2020 pandemic while continuing to pay and raise dividends. When you own dividend aristocrats, you're not betting on stock prices. You're partnering with businesses that have proven they can pay shareholders in good times and bad times. The dividend income is more predictable than employment income because these companies have longer track records of consistent payments than most people have consistent employment. Starting from zero, here's the realistic timeline to 4,500 monthly in dividend income. Year 1 through 3, invest 1,000 per month from earned income, reinvest all dividends. End of year 3, 40,000 invested, $133 monthly dividend income. Year 4 through 6, continue investing 1,000 monthly, reinvest dividends. End of year 6, 75,000 invested, $250 monthly dividend income. Year 7 is when everything accelerates. Year 7 through 9, invest 1,000 monthly, reinvest 250 plus growing monthly dividends. End of year 9, 120,000 invested, $360 monthly dividend income. Year 10, invest 1,000 monthly, reinvest 360 plus growing monthly dividends. End of year 10, 150,000 invested, 4,500 monthly dividend income. 10 years from zero to financial independence through dividend investing. Bob's Index. Fund strategy takes 15 to 20 years to reach the same monthly income level. Remember the acceleration secret I mentioned earlier? Here's why dividend income accelerates once you cross 3,000 monthly. You stop being dependent on earned income for reinvestment. Below 3,000 monthly, you need your paycheck to fund additional investments. Above 3,000 monthly, your dividends can fund additional investments. The psychological shift happens because your money starts making more money faster than you can save money from your paycheck. Your portfolio becomes more productive than your job. That's when you know you're going to win, when your investments work harder than you do. Sarah realized this shift in year 8. Her monthly dividends exceeded her monthly investment contributions from earned income. From that point forward, her portfolio grew faster from its own income than from her job income. She became financially independent not when she reached 4,500 monthly, but when she realized she was going to reach it with mathematical certainty. The most underrated benefit of dividend income is predictability during market crashes. In 2008, the S&P 500 dropped 37%. Bob's index fund portfolio lost 37% of its value. Sarah's dividend income dropped 8% because most dividend aristocrats maintained or slightly reduced their dividend payments. Stock prices recover from crashes. Dividend payments rarely get cut during crashes, especially from dividend aristocrats with decades of consistent payments. Sarah's monthly income stayed almost identical during the worst financial crisis in 80 years. Bob's retirement timeline got pushed back 5 years because his portfolio value crashed. This is why dividend investing feels different psychologically. It separates your income from market volatility. When your monthly expenses are covered by dividend income that doesn't disappear during market crashes, you stop checking your portfolio balance daily. You stop worrying about retirement dates or safe withdrawal rates. You stop calculating how many years until financial independence because you're already financially independent. 4,500 monthly dividend income doesn't mean you stop working. It means work becomes optional. Sarah still works, but she negotiated remote work, took a lower stress position, and says no to projects she doesn't enjoy. Bob still works because he has to, accepts overtime he doesn't want, and tolerates management he doesn't respect. The difference between earned income and dividend income isn't the amount, it's the optionality. Earned income requires your time and effort continuously. Dividend income requires your time and effort once when you buy the shares. After that, the companies pay you for owning pieces of their business. Sarah owns tiny pieces of Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, and Realty Income. Those companies employ thousands of people who work every day to generate profits that get paid to Sarah as dividends. She gets paid while she sleeps, while she's on vacation, while she's spending time with family. Drop in the comments which level are you at right now. Zero dividend income. Level 1 at 1,500 monthly. Level 2 at 3,000. Or level 3 at 4,500. I read every single response and often reply with specific next steps based on your current level. If you want the complete roadmap with specific milestones and exact dollar amounts needed at each stage, watch 3 milestones that guarantee you can live off dividends next. It breaks down the mathematical checkpoints that ensure you reach 4,500 monthly dividend income with certainty.